Hold tight, racing fans, because the paddock is exploding with news. Hannah Schmitz, the brilliant strategist at Red Bull Racing, could be the next key figure to depart Milton Keynes as the team faces a deepening crisis. Kenny Hankamer is reporting a potential exodus, following Adrian Newey and others, raising serious questions about Red Bull's future stability and even Max Verstappen's place within the team. But that's not all. Christijan Albers says patience is key, and Laurent Mekies has a massive rebuilding job ahead. Stay tuned for the full story. Now, let's shift gears to the incredible backbone of Formula One, the volunteers. A groundbreaking FIA study reveals over 20,000 dedicated individuals are essential to running every F1 season, contributing nearly 1 million hours of work. FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem is rightly praising their commitment, with 65% using vacation time to support the sport. This isn't just about passion. Their labor is valued at over €13 million annually. We'll dive deeper into this vital, often unseen, force behind the racing action. Hold on to your helmets, because the FIA just slammed the brakes on a controversial loophole. Teams like Mercedes and Red Bull were exploiting a dangerous energy management trick in qualifying, using an emergency mode to bypass power restrictions and gain crucial tenths of a second. But the governing body has stepped in, warning teams against misuse and promising close telemetry monitoring. We'll break down how this Frankenstein car tactic worked and why it's now outlawed, plus what it says about the complexities of the 2026 regulations. Finally, get ready for a blast from the past. George Russell and Oscar Piastri are calling for the Nurburgring's return to the Formula One calendar, as Pirelli conducts rare testing at the iconic German circuit. Both drivers raved about the track's challenging layout and historic significance, lamenting Germany's absence from the modern F1 schedule. We'll have all the details from the test, including Russell and Piastri's feedback, and explore the possibility of a Nürburgring revival. Don't miss a single update. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay locked in for all the latest F1 action.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to prop it up? Meet the PopSockets phone grip with expanding kickstand in black, your new must-have accessory. Don't miss out. Grab yours today. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
The Red Bull Racing Formula One team is facing a potential exodus of key personnel, adding to the turmoil already surrounding the team. Following the departure of several high-ranking figures, including Adrian Newey, Jonathan Wheatley, Rob Marshall, Dr. Helmut Marko, Will Courtney, and Gianpiero Lambiase, there are now strong indications that chief strategist Hannah Schmitz may also be leaving. Former mechanic Kenny Hankamer revealed on his podcast that Schmitz's departure is a distinct possibility, stating, "The decline of Red Bull is quite sad. If I were CEO, I would take a close look at this. All these important people are gone or leaving. It looks like Hannah Schmitz might also leave, and there are talks that more could follow." Schmitz is highly respected within the paddock, known for her calm and decisive strategy calls, even earning praise from Max Verstappen. Her potential exit would represent a significant loss of expertise for the team. The instability within Red Bull is raising concerns about the team's future, particularly with Verstappen's own contract situation remaining uncertain. Questions are also being asked about the technical direction under Pierre Wash, especially after a challenging start to preparations for the 2026 season. However, former F1 driver Christijan Albers urges patience, acknowledging Wash's past successes. "I've always had my doubts about Wash," Albers told De Telegraaf, "but if you look back on last year, you have to be honest. There has been a giant comeback under the wings of Wash. That also shows his caliber." Albers believes that team principal Laurent Mekies needs time to rebuild the team and that the media should avoid adding pressure. A team has to be created by Laurent now. The most important thing is that the media has to create and give peace. They shouldn't force it and give them the chance to grow again. The FIA, Fédération Internationale de l'Automobile, has released a groundbreaking study highlighting the crucial role of volunteers in Formula One racing. The study, conducted by FIA University, reveals that a staggering 20,112 trained volunteers are essential to support all 24 rounds of the F1 World Championship each season. On average, 838 volunteers contribute approximately 48 hours of their time per race weekend, totaling an estimated 965,376 hours across an entire F1 season. This equates to a remarkable ratio of 42 volunteers per F1 driver, the highest in global sport. FIA President Mohammed Ben Sulayem emphasized the importance of these unsung heroes, stating, "The FIA Formula One World Championship relies on volunteers. They are the backbone of our sport. Without them, we simply could not go racing. They ensure our competitions are safe and fair. They act with professionalism and pride, and they support drivers, teams, and fans." Volunteers fulfill a wide range of critical roles, including flag marshals, incident officers, observers, and extrication teams, ensuring the safety and smooth operation of each race. The FIA's commitment to supporting these volunteers is demonstrated through an annual investment of over €11 million in training programs delivered with member clubs. The report also reveals a high retention rate, with 2/3 of volunteers serving for more than 5 years, despite a 20% increase in workloads due to the sport's global growth. Many volunteers utilize annual leave or unpaid time off to participate, with their total replacement labor value estimated at €13.2 million per year, underscoring their significant economic impact. Ben Sulayem concluded, "Together with our members and our volunteers around the world, we are powering the FIA Formula One World Championship." The FIA has swiftly banned a controversial qualifying tactic employed by Mercedes and Red Bull, following reports earlier this month. Teams were exploiting a loophole in the 2026 energy management rules to gain a performance advantage. The tactic involved aggressively deploying electrical energy, utilizing full battery power throughout a lap before triggering a sudden cutoff of the MGUK system. This resulted in unpredictable car behavior and a 60-second lockout of the system. According to Auto Motor Unsport, teams were activating a built-in emergency mode, originally intended for hardware protection, to bypass the mandated gradual reduction in power as battery charge decreased. This allowed drivers to maintain maximum power until the very last moment, potentially saving crucial hundredths of a second in qualifying. However, the safety implications quickly became apparent. Cars were experiencing sudden slowdowns after hot laps due to the MGUK shutdown, creating dangerous speed differentials, a concern amplified by the already complex energy management characteristics of the 2026 cars. The FIA has now issued a warning to teams, restricting the use of the emergency mode to genuine technical situations. Telemetry data will be closely monitored, and penalties will be imposed for any misuse. While the underlying mechanism remains legal, its exploitation for performance gains is now prohibited. Critics have pointed to this issue as one of many concerns with Formula One's new Frankenstein cars, arguing that driver skill is diminished and overtakes are often artificial due to varying battery energy levels between drivers. The need for cars to slow down to harvest energy further detracts from the driver's ability to showcase their talent. Calls for the Nurburgring to return to the Formula One calendar are growing, fueled by recent testing at the iconic German circuit. Drivers George Russell of Mercedes and Oscar Piastri of McLaren participated in Pirelli's 2027 tire development program, marking rare running at the historic track. The test, conducted in wet-dry conditions, was limited to tire work, preventing teams from trialing their own car developments. Despite the restrictions, both drivers expressed their enthusiasm for the Nürburgring's challenging layout and lamented Germany's absence from the current F1 schedule. "I really enjoyed driving this morning. I really love the Nürburgring. I also did a few laps of the Nordschleife. I really, really like it. It's a truly traditional, old-school track," Russell said. "Yeah, I'd love to come back here for a race someday. Of course, we don't have any races in Germany right now, but with Mercedes, it would probably be nice to get one back on the calendar." Piastri echoed Russell's sentiments, praising the circuit's unique character. "It's a great track. I haven't raced here in a while. The last time was in 2019. It's an old-school track with bumps and specific curbs, especially at the exit of corners," he said. There's almost no room for error, it's all grass and gravel. Some sections are very challenging, and behind the wheel of a modern Formula One car, the track feels quite compact compared to the ones we usually race on. But it's always great to return to such historic tracks. Piastri added, "Of course, I don't mind. It's not my favorite track, but it's very interesting and unique. There are a lot of elevation changes, and of course, the history of this place is also very important. Racers love old-school tracks. The curbs and runoff areas typical of such tracks always provide more driving satisfaction when everything is done correctly. It would be nice, but we'll see." During the test, Russell set a best lap time of 133.899, completing 127 laps, 654 kilometers, while Piastri managed 65 laps, 335 kilometers, before a technical issue sidelined his car.